Okay, this will be an interesting one. Gonna make it 200. Gonna leave the contrast. This one's gonna be an interesting one. All right, what is it? It is North Sydney Public Art Trail. So this is to do with art. It's about establishment art, boring art. But anyway, it's local where I live. And we're just going to make something interesting out of this bookmark. So I do find all this local stuff quite dull. You know, like, the world doesn't revolve around North Sydney or anywhere else that I've seen. I'm not going to become well known as an artist by trying to use existing channels of whatever to get my art recognised. This local shit doesn't cut it for me. You know, it doesn't cut it. It's not going to do anything marvellous to my career as an artist. I've got to make my own way. I've got to do it my way. I've got to do my own shit. Self-promotion is the way to go. That's why we have YouTube. YouTube's great. That's what I like. I like YouTube because at least I can do my own shit. No one can tell me what to do. I mean, of course, there are rules and guidelines for using YouTube, but basically they're usually quite easy to stick to most of the time. Sometimes I've had to go outside doing the right thing on YouTube. I've done some pretty outrageous shit, but basically at the moment I've stopped doing that kind of shit. So I'm just basically using it as a self-promotion tool. So that's what we just photocopied, that art shit. So, but it's only the established artists that can get any traction in this world of creativity. They don't seem to cater well for people like myself. I've been considered a failure by my father because I didn't capitalise on opportunities I had when I was young. So I made some mistakes, which I'm paying for, and now I have to use social media to climb out of the hole. So I have to do that. So I'm not happy with what I did, and now I consider myself, I'm on the way to doing some really good stuff. And I don't need the established art world to basically, I can't use it. I don't find that it works. You know, establishment doesn't work for people like myself. I don't consider myself people that, whatever, I don't know what to fucking say, folks. But it's the art world is a very competitive world, and my main talent is photocopier art, but it's not pulling in any money. I can't live on this, and I can't afford to do this much longer on my own. I don't see myself getting a sponsor or a scholarship. I'm not that kind of person. I just don't fit into that sort of shit. So I have to do it on my own and find my way, find my footing. And I feel that the only person that knows how to do that is myself. I don't need or want sponsors or shit like that. That was the old days. That's how artists did it in the old days. We're not living in the 1990s anymore, folks. So we can't expect to have the same opportunities that we had back then. We can't expect it to be handed to us on a plate. We got to find it ourselves. We've got to make our way. even if we have to step on other people's toes to get there. You know, in a constructive way, not in a wanton destructive way, but in a constructive way. And I don't have any. It used to be that companies like Canon used to sponsor photocopier artists in those days, but now the companies don't care anymore about creativity. They just care about the fucking money they can make. So the photocopier industry is no longer my friend. It was my friend back then to a certain extent. There were some nice people I met in that industry, but I don't believe in it anymore. I have to work outside of the art world and outside of the copier world. I have to be an outcast of these entities that I need to, in normal circumstances, succeed as an artist, as a photocopier artist. So I don't rely on any more support. I just do it myself. I get help every now and then with things here and there, but I don't actually feel I belong in the art world or the copier world at the moment. So I'm not friends with either entity. So I have to make my own way and make my own judgments. I feel I'm the only one that can make the judgments. No one else can. I'm not letting other people do it for me. But anyway, that looks really creative and arty. I think now we can call this arty-farty demo quits.